Hi everyone, welcome to our Hittrax tutorial. I want to show you some of the features in Hittrax and how to do certain things. The screen where we're looking at right now is the initial startup screen, and there's different modes you can go into. There's a training mode, which is more for your serious players. You have to have a profile to do training mode. Some of the other entertainment functions are not allowed during the training mode. There's the gaming module, which is something that we would set up for tournaments and games. The entertainment mode would be for your simulated games, home run derbies, some of the funner stuff, the batting practice, where it's not tied to a particular profile. You would go into the batting practice and you can select what stadium and whatnot. So what we're going to show you right here is the administrator is where you would log in to see the player profiles. So you would then choose users and reports. This would put pretty much the entire database of users, and you go find yourself and you pull yourself up. In this case here, I'm putting up my son, and we're going to highlight him and then say new game. If I want to put extra players in here at this time, I would find my extra players, but just for simplicity, I'm going to hit the baseball bat and I'm going to add these other players into my session. And then I'm going to hit play ball. And then it takes us to his home court, which is Comerica Park. And it's giving us a view of the strike zone. And then this down here is the spray chart. We can change those views if we want to see something different. One of the really neat ones I like is the point of impact, and it's telling a player basically where the pitch came in and then where he made contact. So it's helpful in players that might be late or might be too out front or lunging, but it is all relative to the individual players and where they stand in the batter's box. So this is strictly off of the front of the plate. So if the player is up or back in the box, keep that in mind as to where that point of impact is. The stat line here showing this would be the number of pitches, his at-bats, so those would be balls that he put into play. This would be the number of hits, extra base hits, home runs, his average, his line drive percent, hard hit average, and his average velocity. And then over here, his maximum velocity, maximum distance. This would be for the current session here, and then this over here is the what his 6 month is, and then where he might rank with other kids in his peer group. One of the great features of the Hittrax is the video camera, and to get the video camera, you would go over here to the toolbox, push that. The screen is is a touch screen, by the way, and then you select the video camera. So there you see it. The video camera's set up right now for a right-handed batter. We do have a cord that you could put for a left-handed batter as well. Sometimes when you change the location of the video camera, you need to detect the camera, which is a little, double click on the little icon up in the top left corner. It'll say detect camera. If you want to make the camera bigger, you can, or different sizes. And then now you have the different combinations. If you like that strike zone, you can put that back here. If you want the spray chart or the point of impact. So that pretty much tells you all the information you could see. Now let's say, like we said, we have a group of kids, and now I put them into my lineup, and I want to change batters. I simply go through, and then I can switch my batters to different kids. Some of the other features you can do while you're into this mode, again, you can hit the toolbox, and let's say that you have you want to switch ballparks. You hit the ballpark there, and say you want to go to Milwaukee, and there you have Milwaukee. If you want to switch to a different bat, you can set up your bats. You can have a wood bat, you can have a metal bat, you can have different bats so that you can start to see how you perform with different bats. if you want to take an event off. Common thing to happen is kid's picking up balls. If he doesn't hit the pause button first and he kicks the ball, goes past the Hittrax sensor, and it calls a ground out to the pitcher, and it messes up his average, so he might want to take that pitch off. So this is the pause button when you're picking up balls. So then when you're done, you just hit finish, and then you can either go to hitting reports or session review. The session review is where you'd want to go if you want to look at footage for video. So as you can see, these would be all the sessions. The clipboards over here would be as reports, and then the camera over here would be the video clips. So the great thing about the video clips is the ability to sort through things. If you look at this right here, this is his where the balls were coming in on the strike zone. So let's say we don't want to see these pitches, that were out of the strike zone. So we simply highlight those fields, hit refresh, and now it takes off those balls, and now it takes them out of our session. And this would be the spray charts. The blues would be hits, reds would be outs. This is breaking down his ground balls, fly balls, and line drives for the session. And then I can also sort my data here. Let's say I want to take a look at my swings where I had good exit velocity. So I can then sort it. So now there's his highest exit velocity, and it sorts them down. Let's say I want to take one with his distance. I can do the same thing. Once I see that, all of these that have cameras on them, I have video clips made. So I can choose that video clip, and then it throws it back up there. If I want to make it bigger to show the player, I can simply take it all the way back and hit play and see it in regular motion, or I can drag through it in slow motion and look at key points in the swing, like heel plant. See, where are we at heel plant? And then we're able to draw on things at heel plant. If I wanted to want to make sure his head's not moving, or I want to highlight that maybe he's got a problem with his arm bar or where he's at. So these are all features of it. This is the greatest thing about the Hittrax, in my opinion, is the video aspect of it and what it can do for your players. This is something as members that I highly recommend you get familiar with and you use it as much as you can. So to exit, we just hit the close, and then we go back. Actually, you can see some of the other things that you can do. You can update your user profile. Say you changed your email. You could change your user profile. We got hitting reports. You can email to themselves. Currently, the videos, you have to just watch them here. Another part that you can do through this mode, you can set up groups like teams. Quality hit game, I'll probably have a separate video on the quality hit game in itself. It's a great tool to try to get kids to learn what their pitches are that they hit, or their strengths, and to lay off the pitches that they have trouble with. Again, we'll be probably doing a separate video on just the quality hit game. Catcher's module is something that we're testing out here. We're one of the beta testers for catcher's module. It's basically taking and flipping it around. You put a catcher instead of a batter, and it'll show you what his pop time is. It'll also have a video clip of the catcher for his movements. It'll simulate the throw down to second base, how hard he threw it there, and then how accurate his throw was, where it was off the bag, right, left, high. It's actually a really cool module that they're working on right now, so we're kind of excited about it. Getting back to the main menu, you hit the logout key, and again we had the training feature, which we were just in. This is the entertainment mode. So this is the fun mode. If you had kids here that you want to just get some, you can do batting practice, and then you just choose what you have. So I've got we're doing softball. Okay, it's men's softball, or I got high school or college or youth softball players, and I want to play at Arizona State. There's not as many softball stadiums in the Hittrax. You hit play ball, and you can see there's nobody's name tied to it. There's the stadium, and it'll just keep track of every hitter. It doesn't know that if you switch batters, you can go in and do a skill reset, and it'll wipe the slate clean for the next batter, or you can just let it accumulate. Some of the other features in this, it's more of the graphics and stuff for fun. You can turn the sound on, you know, your baseball park sound. The star, again, you can change fields if you want to by just hitting the field button. The star is more of the, this is what the kids like. So you can put some graphics in there, smoke trail, sparks, explosions, that kind of stuff, so the younger kids enjoy that. This is the distance boost. So you can go up and you can boost basically a batter's hit. So even the big kids like it. You know, you can put that thing up to 10 and you'll have a kid that'll hit it 800 feet. So it's fun for home run derbies. It's fun for some of the games. We'll caution you, there's a fine line between how much of a boost you want to have and how much time you have. Obviously, if I start boosting up to 10 on everybody, sometimes it's hard to get out of an inning because kids are hitting home runs every time, or home run derbies same way. So you want to try to make it where it's, you know, you get some home runs, but not every hit's a home run. And then to exit out, you just go back. There's the home run derby. Same thing, I can say, all right, I want to do a home run derby. I got 12-year-olds. I want to play at Fenway Park. I'm going to do, I've got 10 kids, so I don't want 5 outs around. I'm going to do 3 outs around, and the top 60% are going to advance to the next round. So you can put you just enter their names in here. As many names as you want. Say these kids ain't here, you just hit the X. All right, and then you hit play ball. Okay, so you see this is the home run derby setup. There's round 1. The top 3 players will go to the next round, and you've got your roster here, so the highlighted person is the batter. You just got to watch who's batting and then the outs. Hittrax only counts the balls that it sees as outs, but if it's not a home run, even if it's a long foul ball, it's an out. But it's a lot of fun. You can do a demo game, which is a 2-inning game. So that's already set up as the team names. You put the kids' players in there, again, what the skill level is and what stadium, and you hit play ball. A lot of the same features with the home run derby. You got to keep the system honest. The biggest thing would be if a player has 2 strikes on him and the ball is a strike and he fouls it backwards. Well, Hittrax doesn't see that foul ball go backwards, so it might ring him up for strike 3, and you have to back out that strike or take that strike down. So it's just keeping Hittrax kind of honest on its blind spots. So those are the entertainment modules and the training modules. Both have their purpose. Hopefully you explore some of the things that you can do, and bottom line is to help your players get better. Thanks for watching.